to the Cam Cave. I'm Cam Man. Okay, so welcome to the Cam. I am going to call this the Cam Cave. I think that'll be pretty interesting to call it. I'm not going to call myself Cam Man. That would be weird. So the Cam Cave, and as you probably just saw, I now have a couple things here. I have cowies and I have sheepies. 3 of each right now. I bred one, or I brought 2 down each, and then I bred them, so now I have 3 each. And I have them because that's the next part of my big plot, and it is going to, all those are going to move into here that I just cleared out, but not before I do some stuff over here. And I have a cave over here, which hopefully I won't run into, because I don't really want to need to go light anything up or do anything to it. But we'll see. Okay. So let me do a couple things, and I will get right back at you, okay? Okay, welcome everybody back. We are on, obviously, Creative World now. And I wanted to show you this because this is a sheep kind of holding area that I saw on one of Michael's videos in the, what was it, the season 3 world, when he had the big lighthouse and the kind of the village thing going on, and then he put a trailer park down. Yeah, that was very cool. And this is what he had for his sheep farm. He had, oh, that's why you guys are all looking at me, because I'm holding wheat. So he had this, and this worked really, really great during that time, because it would hold the sheep. You could go along and shear them up and then just walk along and pick up the wools. And it worked up until, I want to say 1.5.2, maybe it was 1.6.4. And then it kind of really stopped working. Come back here. I'm not done with you guys. Because of this. Because you'd breed a couple sheep, and there's your baby, and your baby would get out. Now, before, the baby wouldn't get out, because I think the baby was 1.5 blocks tall. But now the baby gets out. Now, that's a problem, because, you know, of course, if you want to breed more sheep, you're kind of out of luck unless you enclose the whole thing and breed from the top and let the sheep grow up and then open it back up again. I decided I wanted to do some improvements on this. Goodbye. So I did. And I'm going to show this to you now. As soon as I get rid of this, I just hate mess that I'm not working on or have worked on in my world. So it just bugs me. So let's go take a look at the new one. And boom, there it is. So this is what I call the sheep toaster. And you can see that it's pretty much the same thing as what Michael had. So the sheep sit down in here, okay? And obviously this is not full size. It'll be much longer. You know, it can be as long as you want, really. So the sheep just sit down here. I've got bars over the top so you don't fall in. There is a fence gate down here. But the really cool thing about this is, number one, I filled this in with dirt, with grass, and then I put glass on the top. Now, that will help the grass grow, and then also down here, you leave this open, and that will also help the grass grow. There is a dispenser on each run at the bottom with a water bucket in it. So what you do is you get your handy dandy shears and you hit the button, and that pushes the water out. So I only hooked up 2 of these, so the water's out. The sheep are bobbing up and down. They've been toastered, and you go along and you snip them. There you go. Now you're going to collect a little bit, but when you hit the button again, The water goes down, and then as the water has been in there, there's your wool, and you can just go along and collect them like that. Now you could also put in um, hoppers or a water trough or something like that in there and just make it all collect automatically. I did this just simply because I wanted this to still be grass to help the grass grow up. Because what the key is to start really breeding and overbreeding these guys and get a whole boatload in, which of course then they'll want to eat a bunch of grass. But you've got grass that's potential to come, like, so if they eat this grass right here, um, this or this can help the grass grow, or this one, or these down here and on the other side. And I've got pumpkins in there, but really inside all I've got is more grass blocks. So you've got a greater chance of the grass growing back faster, um, if you do it this way, because the grass has to be, I think it's 2 blocks anyway. It could be 2 blocks higher, but this will, having the grass kind of on either side and then also on either side down at the underneath, that's a good thing. So, and then of course, since I've got a good light source in here via the pumpkin or via the jack-o'-lantern, and you can use glowstone, or you could even just put a torch down there, I suppose. Um, that's going to help it even more. So this is what we're going to build for our sheep farm. Now this is, like I said, this is a prototype here. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got half of the colors of wool. And then I'm going to build 2 sets of these, one facing the other. So you need, of course it can, like I said, with the dispensers and the water buckets, you really need a channel of 8. That's the longest this run can be, is 8 blocks. And plus, I've also got a pumpkin sitting up above with the dispenser here. And the reason why I did that was because once in a while I found that if I had if I just did this, and the water came out, the wool would sit right there, like the stream wouldn't pick it up and carry it off. So when I put the pumpkin here like that, the sheep are over here, and then the water stream, by the time it gets to this block, will just go. And so we don't lose any wool that way. Let's see. So yeah, it can be 1, 2. So you're let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it could be this long, and then technically this could be your fence gate here. Your fence gate could sit at 9. Because your water, obviously your fence gate is keeping water from coming through anyway. And the fence gate in this case is really keeping, when you breed the babies, it's keeping the babies from coming through. And unless you open it, and then of course they can come through. And then once the sheep are all grown, it doesn't matter. I would imagine you don't even need the fence gate at that point. Unless you build this shorter than the 8 blocks, which I believe on the server, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to build it the full 8 blocks. I'm going to build it 6 or 7 blocks. I don't think I'm building it quite the entire distance. So I'll probably leave the fence gates in, and it doesn't really matter one way or the other. So that's what we're going to do. To build this, you're going to need let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do that. Now I gotta fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 blocks wide. So 17 blocks wide is how long this has to be, or how wide this has to be. So that's why that room is so long, because it needs to be 17 blocks long. So, all right, let's get back into it, and we'll go ahead and start building, and then we can see the finished product. Well, the dangers of living in Minecraft. I have nothing. I've lost everything, including my horse. We were riding through a plains, and I did not see the open lava pit that, well, opened right below us. And we fell in, and there was no getting. I mean, all the sides were stiff, you know, like 3 blocks tall. Couldn't get out. We both died. So now I am pretty defenseless. I'm down what was a really nice pick. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not a happy, not a very happy camper at this point. So, yeah, I'm even down, the worst thing was, now I put a bunch of stuff, okay, so I've got the soil at least that I brought back over, and the eggs. I guess I'll put the eggs in here. So, yeah, I guess we're going to have to make a trek back into town. I don't know where to put you. And I don't even know whether it's day, night, or anything. I guess I can make a clock real quick. At least I've still got my diamonds. So, not cool at all. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm not happy at this point. I am not happy at all. So let me, I'm gonna find out what time of day it is, and then take a run horseless through, oh good, it's just becoming daytime. Take a run through, through everything, and try to do some more recovery of stuff. Chicken. Oh, and I lost a saddle too, so that means, I mean, I've got some of this stuff still, but I don't know whether I've even got a sword handy. No, I don't see a sword handy. If it's just becoming day, I can probably just run without a sword, but that sucks. So anyway, I'll catch you guys when I get done here. right, everybody. Back down at the secret lair. The lair of secrecy. Okay, so I have recovered from my tragic spill, except for a couple things. So I restocked my tools. Let's see, I've got a decent sword back, a good pick, a good axe back again, and a good diamond shovel. This took me a while sitting at the ender to figure these things out. And then I also upgraded, or I got a decent set of armor back. So, you know, it's iron, it's fine. And then the boots are actually the thing that I really wanted. That's the thing that I really was missing. So I've got Pro 3, Feather Falling 4, and Depth Strider free. And it's the Depth Strider that I like the most. That's the thing. That's the thing I like the most. I was like, oh God, I can't get that back. And that took me like enchanting a lot of books to try to get Depth Strider 3 back. Let's see. Okay, so we started working down there on our farm. Now, I realized since we're going to be dealing with... Oh, this horse, I can walk faster than this horse runs. Look at this. Okay, so there's running. Whoop. There's me taking block damage. And then... and then here is... And I got him from breeding... I tried to breed the same thing. So here's me running. I can run as fast as he runs. I don't know. I am going to make an experiment and try to figure out if I can get a faster horse. He does have... I think he's got... Yeah, he's got 11 hearts. So he's good there, although if I fall in lava again, it won't really matter. Let's talk turkey here. I've got a sheep, the beginnings of a sheep farm down here. But I also realized that it's got grass, and if I reveal that grass, I'll at least reveal the biome that I'm in. And I don't really even want to do that. So, because I'm a smarty, because I know things, I really don't want to reveal the biome that I'm in. I could be in plains, I could be in desert, I could be in, let's see, what else? I could be in a mountain, let's see, what else? And this, did you see that? So I want to stand here for just a second. Watch. Let's just see if it happens. Yeah, there it was. I think those are spiders that are spawning, like, in the lava up top and then falling down. Look at that. Did you see that? So it's like they're spawning. It's like a weird glitch of some sort because they're spawning and then they're falling right down and dying on fire in the lava. So I don't quite get what's going on there. Anyway. And I've been watching that almost ever since I've installed this thing. So it's really weird. Okay, so moving on. So I don't want to reveal the biome that I'm in. So this next part, I'm either going to show you what I'm doing, or I'm going to cut it out completely. I might see if I can put a filter on it to be so that everything is black and white. If I can do that, then I'll go ahead and show you this part. So, if you see this next part, it means I was able to do it, and if not, then too bad. You'll have to see it some other time, I guess. Okay, so this is the sheep farm. This is what it's going to look like. So I have, and the grass has grown pretty well. So the sheep are going to sit in here, and I've got grass up here. And grass down here. Actually, I just showed this on I'm sure I just showed this on from my creative world. So I'm not going to bother explaining too much more about this. However, I see that we are about out of time today, so I will continue on with this later on. And next episode, we're going to build a few other things, so it'll be really cool. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.